Rejected. Episode 1. Note: this is just an imaginative write-up, not a true life story. Now let's go. As I sat down on the field, my mind is thinking about my life, how unfair it has been. I just regretted why I was born, and why God would bring me to life, just to go through all these. I am not perfect, but I certainly don't deserve this. I tried to be a good son, a good sibling, and a responsible teenager. The only crime I ever committed was to have a mother with such evil heart. Yes, you heard me, my mother. I am certain she isn't my mother, but I don't know why my dad would not tell me the truth. That she is my stepmom. I guess because he knows I would certainly run away to my biological mother the moment I find out she isn't my mom, and would definitely not come back. My life is a mess, paying for whatever I don't know. My mom hates me so much. I had asked my dad severally if she is my mom. He kept saying yes. She is hostile to me, doesn't want to see me happy. That's what my dad always tell me if I barely eat. She wouldn't allow me go to school. I am forced to hawk different things, at the expense of my education. I skipped classes, misses tests and exams. I kept repeating classes, no thanks to my mom. I had begged her severally to forgive me if I had offended her. She would hit me, and ask me to leave her sight. My dad loved me very much. My younger sibling, Desmond and Annabelle, are far my younger. I am 15. Desmond is 8. Annabelle is 3. I love them so much. Mom seems nice to them, but me, she can't stand my sight. My dad is the only person that gives me joy. He tries to make me happy anytime he is around. He loves us all. I had thought at some point I may be my dad's child with another woman, but Dad said no. How can a woman hate her own child? She doesn't like people calling her Mama Emeka. I am Emeka. She prefers to be called Mama Desmond. I accepted my fate, since I didn't have the privilege of choosing my mother myself. In all, I tried to make her love me, and accept me as her own. I would go hawking just to make her happy. She sends me to hawk not because we are poor, we are an average family. Daddy provides everything we needed. My mom doesn't work. She buys whatever she likes for me to sell out of pure hatred. My dad doesn't know I sell. Dad is a driver with one of the transport companies. Hence he is never around. At times he travels. I only feel happiness when he's around. I love my dad so very much. On that faithful day, I went to hawk some yam. It was evening. I hadn't sold anything. Sales wasn't good. When a woman called me, "How much is your yam?" "Number 300, Ma." "You know sale number 200. She asked. "Madam, bring number 250. "Okay, but now 1,000 I get oh." Although I knew I didn't have the change, I just couldn't allow my first sale pass me by. "Bring arm. I go find change," I said. She went in and brought the money. I left my basin of yam, and went in search of change. I had asked several persons for change, but nobody was willing to help. Then I remembered a big shop down that road. The owner's son is my friend, my classmate precisely. I removed my slippers, so I could run faster. Then I saw some boys ran past me. I didn't even bother to know why they were running. I kept running to the shop. The boys soon took some street corners and some lanes, and ran off. I kept focus. Soon I could hear police siren. I kept running. They soon got to where I was, held me by my waist, with some slaps, dragging me inside the van. What have I done? I kept asking. Keep quiet, you criminal. Where are others? Another asked. Where are your accomplices? I then remembered the boys that had ran. Sir, am not one of them. They ran past here, pointing the directions they took. Blair, then why were you running? To look for change, I said. Keep quiet, you criminal, another said with a slap. We saw you. Indeed, one of them was putting on red shirt and black jean. That was the color of the clothes I wore. He probably had mistook me for him. All my plead fell on deaf ears. I soon found myself in the police station. Apparently the boys had robbed a man with a huge sum of money. They shoot his car tires and threatened him with a gun, taken some dollar notes from him. The man happens to be a well-respected personality. The case was treated with all seriousness. I was dealt with, beaten and tortured. I pleaded for them to allow me call my dad. Unfortunately, his phone wasn't connecting. He wasn't even home. He had traveled, so I decided to call Mom. She picked and I explained everything. She said she knew I was going to end up like that. I was very useless. I had become a robber. Soon I would be a killer, but not in her house, that I should pay for me crimes. I wondered why Mom would say a thing like that. As far as I can remember, I had never stolen a kobo at home, even though I had to go to bed on an empty stomach. I didn't think of stealing, because I never wanted to disappoint Dad, so where was this coming from? Mom, she had hung up. When nobody came for me, by the man's order I found myself in prison. He said I must have been a very dangerous son, that my own mother refused to even set her eyes on me, but asked me to pay for my crime. That I am an hardened criminal, since I refused to mention the names of others. I was put in prison, without seeing the four walls of the courtroom. What a society we live in. Oya, get up, go work. You think say we come here for excursion or picnic, get up. Jer, a warder said. I stood up and joined the other boys cutting grasses. Our 15 minutes break was obviously over. To be continued. How many of you are interested to read the complete story? Please subscribe for more the next episode. Thank you.